Okay, we sent you MPEL in an email last night. We did not send out a video, just sent it out via email, kind of showing you this base it was in. Trying to do something a little different, just doing it by email, and had nice volume on Thursday. Certainly had room to break out. Well, the market and everything gapped up with it. Okay, so we always say we're going to follow up, show you what we did, if anything, with it. I didn't do anything with MPEL. I also forgot that today was options expiration, which can make the market very boring. Okay, so you gap up and just grind. Didn't even really watch it once it did this. You can see if you'd try to play it here as a bottoming play, I mean, what, 3-4 hours later, it's still right there. There's a lot of that going on. I did call a couple bottoming plays today in the chat room. TCK. Oh, my charts are going to act up on me now. Every once in a while with E-signal. There we go. TCK, I did mention over this candle. Well, over this candle right here is a possible long with a stop down here. And you can see it held up all day. Give you the numbers. 38.31 with a low of day stop, and now look, 4 or 5 hours later it's at 38.46. It went pretty quickly to 38.47, about 16-cent move, and I did scalp some there, but you know, the rest of the day sideways. KFT I mentioned to our members as a possible bottoming play right here. Some members took it on a break of this candle's high, and Kraft, not huge, but 30-cent move. Early on I called First Solar FSLR. Well, kind of an experiment, something I'm experimenting with. So it wasn't an official call. My idea was right here at 44 and a stop, I think 30 cents below. Didn't stop out and went pretty quickly to 45.20, a quick $1.20 move. A few of us made some money on that one, but that's still in the experimental phase of a new type of entry I'm working on that will allow me to call trades early on and catch some of these bigger moves, hopefully. So really going to implement that starting Tuesday. The market's closed on Monday. HFC met my bottom feeding parameters when it looked like this. I showed it to the chat room that over this candle it could work with a low of day stop, 33.26, and over the next 20 minutes it went to 33.53. I didn't take it, but still some members celebrated that one and took it. Ended up rolling over, but we always pay ourselves into these spikes. Late in the day, this LIFE was getting killed. I mentioned over this candle you could have a nice move. Would have been 45.77, and over the next 20 minutes it went to 46.29. So it did pretty well calling bottom feeding plays today. I think there was one other one, DirecTV. Some of our members, I mean, I'm always impressed with them. They held these all day over this candle. I liked it along with a stop down here. That held all day. Also gave another lower risk entry right here, which gave a decent little pop. But there's, this options expiration, you see all these sideways moves for hours. That's what you get. So nothing but small bottom feeding plays. If you're interested in bottom feeding, many of our members in our chat room very, very good at spotting these plays. So it's kind of the chat room favorite because if nothing else, it gives you a crystal clear. Here's the trigger, here's the stop, and you're buying it much lower than most people have that day, and hoping to catch a turn. We're pretty good at it, so I like bottom feeding too. I get a lot of criticism for it because people say, why don't you go with the trend? Well, we have plenty of methods to go with the trend as well, but bottom feeding, if they work well, you get this kind of bounce, and then later it takes out the high of the day. That doesn't happen much lately, but it is fun when it does happen. And then a couple other plays that worked, but I took flats in them. So really nothing great to talk about. And also real quick, if you've been following URRE, myself and a couple members bought this around 98.99 cents, and it doesn't seem like a big move, but I sold some at $1.18, $1.19 today. I still have half. That's an IRA type trade, but that's a quick 20% in about almost 20% in about 3 or 4 sessions. And still believe in this one that it has more room to go. Any pullbacks I may reload. So anyway, that was a nice way to start the day because it took off right out of the bat. I'm not going to babble any further. We'll send out some charts. Maybe I'll find some this weekend. Remember, the market's closed Monday, so I'll be looking at any charts I send out will be for Tuesday. All right, have a good weekend, and we'll talk to you then.